I'm back again. I know it's been a little while since I last posted. I finally got over my insomnia. Everything's cool. You know, I'm on my third day off. I have 3 days off because I'm part-time. Because my call center job is so stressful, I have to have 3 days off. It's just, I have a doctor's note saying I shouldn't even be in a call center. Ugh, it's terrible. So, I was on Internet Movie Database, and I was on a thread, because, you know, everyone knows I hate Ghost Rider. I think it's, you know, atrocious. It's terrible. And I went on to a thread called This Movie Blows. So it's already a thread for people that hate the movie, and I said that this movie insulted my intelligence. So some, you know, jerk-off has to come on and say, why do people that say it insults their intelligence usually aren't that intelligent to start with? And I went, oh, okay, some stranger on the internet said I'm not smart. Oh, I guess I'm not. Well, sorry, it's my bad. Even though I was gauged at 145 to 155, whatever, but that means nothing. Then the guy just kept getting mouthy, and I just said, well, fine, if you're going to be mouthy, I'm going to be mouthy. So it kept going back and forth. Just, the internet is great because you can go on to these forum pages for anything. You can go on discussions about politics, about, you know, oil prices, or, you know, bank fees, or, you know, just anything, and you can just post. You can read all these opinions from around the world. Nobody's wrong. It's opinions, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty amazing. I've learned a lot. And basically, when you start going on these pages, the first thing people usually do, like, basically you start out when you're on the internet, is you're a little kid. And you just get mouthy with everybody, and you just call them this, that, other name, and, you know, you just fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, and you just fight. That's all you do. Then you get a little older, a little more internet savvy, and you kind of go, well, you know, it's probably not the best way to argue. And then, personally, I've stopped doing that a long time ago, but that's not to say that if somebody doesn't start with me, that I'm going to take it. I'm going to fight back, because you should fight back. So basically, I was on this internet page for hours. Like, I was doing my laundry. The dryer sucks. My laundry was half wet, so I had to hang everything up and wait and check it and all this other stuff. So I had nothing to do. So I just kept going back and posting how you guys are wrong. No, you don't go up to somebody you don't know and mouth off at them. And you don't do that in real life, do you? So this is kind of my little rant for today is, you wouldn't go up to somebody, like if I'm with my buddy John, we just saw the movie, we're walking out of the theater, and I said, that movie insulted my intelligence. And then someone walking by says, oh yeah, people usually say that don't have a lot of intelligence to start with. Doesn't that person, like, doesn't that mean I can go back and punch them in the face and, you know, knock their teeth out? Well, you shouldn't ever hit anybody, but I'm just saying, doesn't that give me the right to be angry, to fight back and say, you know what, fuck you, you know? My cat's coming out, I gotta hit her with something. Get out of here. Anyway, he's a little jerk, he pees on everybody's beds. So anyway, I just kept fighting with this guy for hours, posting and reposting, saying no. And then some other guy came on, so basically it's a two-pronged attack. Two prongs. And the one guy that started it left, and then I was just scrapping with this other guy. And basically, it's kind of useless because you can't win. Nobody, for some reason, the internet gives people, like, invincibility, makes them think that they're gods. My opinion is so powerful, I'm just going to say that you're stupid and what's going to stick, because, you know, my words are God. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why everybody thinks they're so tough on the internet. Everybody is right, and everybody is a tough guy. For you to go up to somebody you don't know and say they're stupid when they wrote a 2-sentence rant, not even directed at you. When I say the movie insults my intelligence, that's my opinion, me personally. This is not referring to anybody else's intelligence level versus liking the movie. So their argument was, by saying this movie insults my intelligence, it's saying that people that like the movie are stupid. I didn't draw that conclusion. I didn't mean that, and I've never heard of anybody taking it that way. So out of probably the thousands of people that read that forum page, 2 people decided to get to my face. So basically, they're just 2 people that maybe aren't so good in English and don't know how to read. The arguments were just ridiculous. Like, oh, you're so ignorant. You're so this, you're so that. Yeah, sure I am. I never start fights with anybody. I never started a fight, ever. Maybe when when I'm 6, I got mouthy with somebody that I shouldn't have. Since then, no, never. I have not. It's stupid. I've taken so much bullshit from so many people, less and less as I get older, which is really cool, because now I don't take shit from nobody, but basically, I took shit from everybody. In high school, people would push me around, call me names. I never said a word back to them. I'd feel fucking angry. Oh, you wouldn't believe. It's like two Wolverines fighting in my belly, and I just wanted to kill them, but I never did. There's a lot of people that should have gotten punched the fuck out, but never did, because I'm such a nice guy. And I don't believe in violence. I mean, do you think somebody calling you a name warrants kicking their skull in, possibly, fracturing something, giving them permanent, leg problems for the rest of their life? Sometimes it's really tempting, but probably not, Everyone makes mistakes. Everybody is raised differently, you know what I mean? Maybe in your family you were raised to get mouthy and argue with everybody. Maybe that's the way you guys do it. But generally, the only rule I think should apply to everybody is say what you want as long as you're not insulting somebody else. Why do that? Why not say, I think this movie insults my intelligence, then you say, well, why is that? Why does this movie make you so angry? And then I get to explain it in, a non-emotional manner. But when somebody pushes me, I'm going to push back. That's just human nature. That's the most basic. I was trying to explain this to the guy. It's the most simple thing you can think of. When you push somebody, they push back. You should push back. You should fight for your rights. So basically, I was fighting for my right to say, I'm allowed to say this movie insults my intelligence, which has no effect on anybody else ever. It's just me personally. Anyway, if you read the post, they would just argue. Then he finally stopped being mouthy and stopped calling me names, and then I did the same, and I even pointed that out. I was like, do you see that you stopped calling me names, so I've stopped calling you names? And then we had a fairly civil discussion at the end, which if you argue with somebody for long enough, it always turns out that way. I don't know why. You finally get through the bullshit. And then he ended up saying, well, look, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. It's late, and I'm going to ignore you now because I don't feel like arguing this, and I know that you're wrong, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, how am I wrong? You don't start up with people you don't know, because that's just a level of ignorance that, you should be beaten for. Like, beaten with a stick. It's disgusting. You know what I mean? I would never do that. I would never say, if you came onto the Fight Club page, which is my favorite movie, and you said, I hate this movie, I would go, okay, well, if you hate this movie, why? Why do you hate it, and how could it have been improved? And what is a movie you like, so I can kind of compare, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say, you're stupid, because that's not right. I don't know you as a person. I don't know a fucking thing about you. So if I call you stupid, and I don't know you, that's speaking from ignorance, and that makes you fucking stupid. I know. This is not, this is just to those little internet nerds that think they're smart, you know what I mean? Basically, it's an insult that, it's not going to stick, because everyone's going to think it's somebody else. Oh, it's not me. I'm trolling web pages, but, that's not me. Just frustrates me. I wish I could just go into people's screens. Like, you see him posting, you are so ignorant, all of a sudden the hand comes out of the screen and just grabs him by the throat, and his eyes go, and then I go, oh, yeah, now I have your attention, don't I? Shut the fuck up. Just wish there was a way. I'll get rich when I invent the teleporter and just, come into people's living rooms and, explain to them how it works. Be nice to others, otherwise you might get your head kicked in. You wouldn't do this in real life. There's no way. It's a hopeless cause, I know, but it just frustrates me.